I'm Miss Colorado Earth, and we are here live with Julie DiCrescenzo.
Hello.
She is the founder and owner of Snagz, and today we're going to be learning how to make a snag and also a little bit about her process. So tell me about Snagz.
Okay, hi. So I'm the owner of Snagz, and it's a really small business here in Colorado. And I make reusable sandwich bags, snack bags, working on produce bags, anything you bring to the store that you reuse. We make the bags eco-friendly. We use, recycled material, and I'm glad for Toby to invite me here. And she's an aunt, if y'all haven't seen. She's a new aunt, so it's really cool. I'll tell you a little bit about Snagz, and if you want to talk about maybe what we're doing, and then I'll talk about Snagz. And I just started this year in Broomfield, Colorado. Business is about 15 miles from the foothills of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. It's really beautiful. And I started making the bags. I'm a mom, and I started making bags for my son who's started preschool a couple years ago. And I just noticed in his lunch bag just so much plastic. There is, Ziplocs, and being a preschooler, there wasn't a whole lot of snacks in there versus like the plastic. You have a little goldfish, peanut butter and jelly, and you just had so much plastic. So I love to sew. Sewing's been in my family for a while, and I've been around it. And I just started sewing his snack bags. I started watching YouTube videos, talking to my mom, my grandma, people in my life that sew, and kind of came up with a bag that I liked, and I just started making them for my son's lunch. And I don't know, the best part of it was just like looking in his lunch and seeing like this fabric that I liked, and looking in his lunch and being like, wow, we're saving the environment, but also like having a lot of fun with it. So I started making them for friends and family. I made them for Christmas for my family, and my brother-in-law, he said to me, you know what, I think you should make those. You should make those. People would like having something stylish, but also sandwiches, bags that can reuse, saving the environment. So that's how I got started. I just started making bags for like a small shop that my brother-in-law works at, and I was kind of nervous at first. I'm like, okay, I'm putting myself out there, see what happens, and I'm glad I did, because they've been received pretty well, and people are definitely interested in starting somewhere and reducing waste. Back in May, we had a pop-up shop at a craft show, which is this. So one of our portable, I put this together, and we had a great time. We actually ended up selling all the bags, and that's why Toby's here, because I need help. I need help sewing these bags, so we're gonna go through that tonight. We're gonna go ahead and I'll show you the Snagz studio. We'll talk about the process in making a bag, and Toby is going to make a bag live. Yes.
My sewing skills will be tested.
Yes, and the best part is she brought some of her favorite fabric, and which was actually vintage recycled fabric. So it's nice to have something old be new again, right? And so we're gonna go through that, and and I guess with that, that's about it. There's 3 goals, purpose that I have with Snagz, and one is that we reduce plastic, right? Ditch the Ziploc. have a reusable product people can use and feel good about, maybe be a little stylish. I don't know, I was growing up, I loved like clothes, so I love like patterns and colors. 2 is in my business, what's important to me is that I try to reuse and repurpose things in my business too. So not only the bags themselves, but looking at how can I repurpose. No, sorry, my son is like, he's coming down here. Thanks, hubby. So is also like repurposing and reusing items in my business. So for example, I need a lot of sewing machines. So where can I look at, instead of buying new, where can we look at reusing and repurposing things around us? Things from the thrift store or estate sales, or sewing machines. I buy them like vintage. I've got one that's from like the 50s. I have one that's from the 90s. It's got like cool little airbrush design on it. And some of them just need a little love, right? They just need a little love. Bring them back instead of, buying new, wasting new materials. I think it's important for me to reuse, and plus I love thrifting. Going to like antique shows, and like it's just fun too to like see what you can reuse. Yeah, and totally, like that's how we hit it off right away. Sewing
and
thrifting, and we just like hit it off right away. And then with Toby, like she's doing her passion and she does it with a purpose. So I think that's great. We'll talk about that a little bit more, but third thing that's an important goal to my business is that zero waste. And you might have heard that thrown around, but to me, zero waste is when I'm making a bag. Sometimes I get fabric that's donated. Sometimes it's from vintage sheets. Is using as much of the material as I can. And what that means is that I will start with, making my bag, and then there's leftover fabric, and I try to use that for, creatively think of different products I can use with it. Like we use zero waste napkins. I have a scrap box, and my goal is to use those scraps and make a quilt with it. All the scraps, and make a beautiful quilt. And then, with quilts, I used to be like, I dabbled in quilting. It wasn't my thing, but, and donating those to, a charity, or, we used to donate the quilts to foster kids, or, homeless folks. They're beautiful, beautiful blankets, and I just think it'd be cool to like have, kind of memories of Snagz too, like the first.
That's amazing.
Just have a story. So anyway, those are my 3 goals. And, that's it. I'm super excited, and I'm doing what I love. I have a lot of help from friends and family, and Toby now. I'm so excited. So we will, get started. I'll give you a tour of the studio first. You can see my collection of, let's see, we have like every decade in there. Yes, we have a little of everything, every decade. And so we'll start with that, and we'll go ahead and look at the overall process, so you can see, how we kind of, integrate the zero waste and process in the bags. And then we're gonna make a live bag on TV. So we're excited, or the internet. Yeah. I'm a little older, so. All right, so let's get started with the tour. Okay, so this is the Snagz studio, and this is my collection. You're gonna love this one. Is pretty cool. This is my 90s machine. You can see the cute, cool airbrush. There. This is my vintage serger machine from, it's probably from the 50s, 60s. This one I bought off of eBay. It was barely used.
Oh my gosh.
Bought that. This machine was new, but this was my starter machine. It was like, you know, my training machine. I used this in my sewing classes, so I was like only used to this machine. So I was like, okay, got to get this one. So here's my computer. Put this back over here. Another machine. I also have one from the 80s upstairs.
You have an entire collection.
Yes, got every decade. Oh, by the way, this is one of my favorite books. It's called The Zero Waste Home, and it's by B. Johnson. She has a lot of ideas to go zero waste in your home.
Oh, awesome.
I don't know if I would do every single one. She has you wash your hair with soap, and I just can't. My hair would be a mess, but it does help you become mindful of how to reduce waste. So here, oh yeah, we have a, gosh, this is probably a 30s.
Oh my gosh.
Sewing machine that my dad made it into a lamp. So that it's a total repurpose right here. And repurposing, these are old fashion pictures that we found at a garage sale. Pretty cool.
Those are good garage sale finds.
Yeah, so, and then here, kind of show you this. We were trying to figure out where to put this in the video, but this was my son's lunch when he started preschool. A lot of plastic, you know, a lot of little things in big bags. And now, ta-da! Fashionable, right? Colorful, fun, happy,
Well, I mean, if you think
right?
about it, there are kids who have to wear uniforms that don't get to be fashionable, and this is a way that you get to like express a sense of fashion
Totally, yes.
in a place that you can't really sometimes. So.
Oh, totally, yes. I mean, and like I have people like we're making a Game of Thrones one.
Oh my gosh.
You know, my stepson Eddie and this, you know, somebody else. People love tie dye, especially in Colorado. Tie dye is a big thing, so
Oh my
I love
God.
tie dye. Or you know, if they have something special that you know, we can basically use any fabric on the outside. If you have something special people want to use, you can do that.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
yeah. So we'll walk over here. Okay, so this is, I'm going to walk you through just before we get started with the actual bag, like high level of what it takes to make a Snagz and where we are aware and conscious of the environment in the process. So first step is the fabric. You know, as far as, you know, being good for the environment, I try to use, you know, people donate fabric. We try to use what's out there versus buying new, so that's really important. So that's, you know, first step, and I love polka dots.
What's cute?
Where you can see my nails. Love polka dots, so I always try to incorporate that when I can. Anyways, the next step is, you know, cutting. You know, these are cut into
This one's
the
cute.
bag size. Yeah, this one was Lauren's. My stepdaughter picked this one out because she's a cyclist. And then I have one for,
We have Disney.
yeah, I've got Disney princesses.
All you could ever need.
Yes. Realistic cats, that's a popular one. Dinosaurs.
Just a little bit of everything.
Yeah. My son's going to kindergarten this year, so we,
Ice cream
for
cones.
Toby. That's your favorite.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Cute.
Toby loves ice cream.
I love ice cream.
So awesome.
It's an addiction.
And then here's the lining fabric. I won't go on and on about this, but I love this. This lining fabric is food safe. It is waterproof. It is, you know, something that, there's a company that makes this that I love. They're a small company in North America. They make this, they test it, you know, it's food certified. It's really amazing. So, and it's washable. You can wash it in washer.
Ooh.
And you can dry it a little, but not too much. And then in the process, the zippers. I mean, I like the green zippers personally because they make me think of like keeping our parks clean, the environment. But, you know, I also have some variety, or, you know, my dad goes to a lot of estate sales. My parents have a really cool eBay business, and, you know, they'll find zippers there. So we use those so we can have a variety of colors. Here is the finished bags. So here's what they look like. They got a zipper. This is the sandwich bag. You see my nails.
You're the best.
I did my nails. There's the lining. So you can kind of see, you know, the inside is waterproof. And you know, you could use them for pet snacks. You know, I have a lot of people that use them for pet snacks or their phones. I mean, you can use them. They wipe out really easily. You can use them for a lot of things. Polka dots, of course. And this is one of my favorites. We also have a snack bag version. So Toby will be making, I'll show this one, a sandwich bag and a snack bag set tonight. So
You have to buy both.
yes, and then you have the lining in there. Okay, so there's with the finished product. Now a lot of times what we talked about is we'll have leftover fabric, right? And Toby and I have talked about this a lot. We get excited about like how to use like fabric and going to the thrift store and what can we make with things. And so with that, you know, there's leftover fabric here. And one of the things that I make is I'm calling them the zero waste napkins. So whatever's left, let's say I have my set, and they can, you know, they're going to be different sizes, but I'll take a piece of fabric and I'll use like a really soft, like minky fabric, or, you know, just, you know, this is like a soft, it's a bamboo fabric. It's really cool. Yeah. And this was left over from the place I ordered the lining. They said, here, we have some leftover fabric. It's a beautiful bamboo, like organic cotton. So I said, oh, this would be perfect, you know, absorbing for the absorbing side of the napkin. So I make these zero waste napkins. I love them. You could stick them in your purse, like just to wipe off goobers, you know, from like my son or whatever, or, you know, put it down for a placemat, or, you know, having a napkin that you're not using paper. Mm-hmm. So that's what we use for.
And they just wash right out?
Yeah, they just wash right out. They're great.
That's awesome.
I mean, and it's just, and they're fun. You know, I kind of set them out and, you know, eat my lunch on them, and then I don't have to get napkins from, you know, wherever I'm at. So that's, you know, one way that we reduce waste and make it fun and useful. And then here is the Snagz quilt scraps. So whatever's left that's just too small, I'll kind of show you here. This is what I want to make into a quilt. Maybe I'll recruit Toby to do it because she knows how to make quilts too. Yeah.
You have some strong belief in my sewing.
You're great. You're awesome. I mean, you sewed 10 dress. I mean, you sewed a 10 dress collection.
Dresses are so much easier than quilts. Anyone who does a quilt, I give them beyond props because it's excruciating.
Is it?
But I will help.
Yes. Details. Okay.
Yes.
We'll do the bigger pieces then. But this is, you know, what's ever left. Like, this is basically it. And I'm gonna make this into a quilt. There's one that, you know, I have online that I really like, so that will be something that we'll donate to charity. That's it. I forgot to show you one more thing. So Snagz, we have them online, but we also have I have my craft table. So I just kind of wanted to show you all the different products real quick. Okay. So we did sell out, so it's a little bit scarce here, which is good. That's a good thing. Good. So talking about repurpose, this right here, my dad and I made together, and it was an old bird bath bottom that my mom had, and the wood on top was out of like an old school. It was like 100 years old because my dad collects a lot of things cool. So that was repurposed. This here It's really cool. This is my grandmother's coffee cup holder.
Oh.
And so we use it to like hang the snags that have the little key rings on them. So, you know, that's just an example of trying to reuse what we have. And there's my baby Groot.
Can't forget baby Groot.
Baby Groot. And a friend of mine made this. She's really talented. Anyway, so this is my portable snags, and we can go ahead and get started.
Awesome.
Anything?
I love this.
Oh yeah, that's the lunch. Yeah.
Oh, this is a lunch
That's
bag?
like a lunch bag.
Oh my gosh, I want one. They're so cute.
Oh yeah, and the produce bags. So these are the produce bags. So first of all, I mean, they're good for the environment. Second of all, I hate going in the grocery store and like putting each thing in those little plastic bags. So like I use
They're
these.
always out of them too.
They are, I know, and I'm just like.
Drives me crazy.
And I don't like them touching the cart, so I like put them in here. And I bring them up to the front, and, you know, take them out and scan them, and then I put them right back in here.
Oh, cool.
So, and then you can put them in your fridge. With this, they're breathable, but, you know, you're just styling the grocery store.
Styling
at the grocery store. So, yes, these are one of my favorites. And the grocery totes, so I make these different styles, but this is my favorite, of course. Grocery totes, just, you know, reuse. And one thing I do in my car is I sometimes forget. Even, you know, having a Snagz business, like,
Yeah.
like hope no one sees me, but I will forget to bring bags in the store. So I just put like a little green ribbon around my steering wheel. It just like helps me remember
Oh,
to put that in there. So
that's smart.
'cause it's like, and then you don't really want the plastic, so then you end up like putting everything in the cart, and it's just like rolling everywhere. So there we go. We'll go ahead and get started then.
I'm ready.
Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. So, okay, so how do you do this? So, Toby, you want to tell us about your fabric you brought in?
So I'm girly, beyond girly, and I really love the look of vintage florals. So we have a store called The Ark here in Colorado. It's a thrift store. Most people don't know about this because I think outside of Colorado there's not Arks, because when I lived in Kansas and Missouri we only had Goodwill. But Arks has really great prices, and they're also super friendly when it comes to reusable fabric, and they collect fabric. So these are vintage bed sheets.
Love those.
I'm all about them. They make me beyond happy. So we have this, and then forever and ever and ever ago when I started college, I bought this fabric thinking the elephants were way smaller and was about to make it into the tiniest little human children dress. And instantly found out the elephant was way bigger than the actual dress. So it's finally going to get its home. It's 100% organic cotton. So
Awesome.
if I buy cotton, it's usually always 100% organic. And it always is elephants, because elephants.
So cute.
I know.
That's going to make so many snags, and
So many.
if anyone's interested, we'll have these on Amazon in the next couple days too. We're just going to make some beautiful vintage snags. I love it.
This one's my favorite.
So nice, yeah.
Makes
Really
me so
nice.
happy. Yes. All right.
Okay, so we'll start and have you. I guess you can cut this, or you can choose something pre-cut over here.
Let's do something pre-cut. Where was the ice cream cones?
Oh, yes, perfect.
This is how I live my life.
Yes.
Ice cream. Okay.
Okay, and then do you want to do maybe just do you want to do this the lunch? I might.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, is
let's
this
do
so
that.
Is this?
Yeah, we'll just do the lunch when that's
Cool.
And then your lining fabric.
There's two different sizes.
Oh yeah,
Am I
let's
crazy?
see. Oh yeah, no, you're not.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I was like, oh gosh.
One was for the snack size, but this one that'll work
Okay.
here.
Perfect.
Okay. actually, I think I have a red one if you like red or light green too.
I feel like you have red ones. I want to like
Yes.
bounce into
Yes.
green.
Go green.
Okay. Go green.
Go green. Nice. Okay.
Alrighties.
Now, we'll bring it over here to the, well, I don't know, do you want to go here, or would you prefer to go here? We can pick either one.
Let's go
whatever you're
here.
comfortable. Okay. Okay, so,
Alright. What am I doing?
okay. So, you just start with your 3 pieces. I have some these are great, by the way. I mean, you know these.
I've never
the
used
clips.
these.
Oh, you haven't? They're
No.
great because I can't use the
How do
the
I
pins
open it? Okay.
because they puncture the lining. So these are
Oh.
great. So so what you want to do is you want to bring the print upward,
Okay.
and you want to put your lining fabric on top with right sides together.
Okay, so which is the right
Oh
side of
yes,
this
let me
fabric?
show you. Yes, that's. So actually, the first bag I made, I did that.
You did the right side.
I kept that one.
It's okay.
We get all the ones that are like
Are the little
that didn't make the
defects?
cut. Yeah. My son always asks me like, "Why didn't this one make the cut, mommy?" So because the lining's backwards or whatever. So right side. This is the right side here. The slick
Okay.
side. So right sides
Right
together. Then I have to read my notes here. This then you want to put your zipper with the pull side down. So let's grab this and pull side down like a sandwich. You probably have done this
okay.
in your sewing, but this is a pull side down, and just line it up with the top. And you know, let's do this side. This is a little straighter, and then just like sandwich it in.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and use these to like pin like the top,
Okay.
so that everything's lined up.
Oh my gosh, I've never used these.
Oh, they're wonderful.
I'm gonna look like I don't know how to sew for a second. I'm gonna be like, ah.
You know, everyone's got their own style of sewing too. So
My style, I call it couture. It's actually just called the easiest way possible.
yes, I like
It's
that. I like couture. Yeah.
When I studied in Paris, my teacher there was like, "Oh, couture just means you can literally do anything, and you just call it couture." And I was like,
Oh, sweet.
"I love you."
I love that.
So anything's couture if you try hard
I
enough.
love that. It's like any mistake is a design element.
Yeah, no.
It's like, I heard that on like Project Runway.
No,
It's
when
a
I was in
design
college,
element.
everything was a design element.
I love
They were like, "You
that.
forgot to line this specific part." It's a design element. Yeah.
I love that.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna take this over. We're gonna sew all 3 layers together. And you know what? Let me get you a chair. I'll be right back.
This is the beginning, bro. Are you doing Christmas ones?
Yes, I just picked
Oh my
up some
gosh.
fabric because it was like in the clearance bin.
Prepare
Isn't this
yourself,
so
everyone. Oh my
cool?
gosh, I love this.
No. Look at the cowboy boots and the cactus.
Okay, so I was like, is that a cactus or like a really weird tree? I love this.
Isn't that
Oh my gosh.
cool?
I would like to buy all of this.
Sweet. Okay, so here is the machine, and this is the color fabric I like for the green Snagz. And this, I love this. Mommy, mom. This is where I put all my doodads.
All the goldfish.
Yes,
sleeves
yeah.
around.
I have a zipper foot on there for you already.
Oh, you're fancy. You have a
right.
zipper for it.
And
Okay.
Okay. So you want to sew? So
Oh, I want to sew.
so funny.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and just.
I guess what's the easiest way you found for this?
So I found the easiest way is if I'm going to just sew just down from the. Just sew
Okay.
the zipper in there, and that's it. Just sew that in.
Just
Go as
right down
close to the
through.
teeth as you can, and let her rip.
Should I? Oh gosh. Where do you line it up? Do you line yours up right along this edge?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect.
Perfect. Where's your reverse button?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, reverse is here. Every machine is different.
I know.
Now. You know that.
Drives me
Right
crazy.
here. And then you don't hit the foot. You just hit the button.
Oh, okay.
Which took me
That's
forever.
crazy,
I
because
know.
I have to hit my button and my foot at the same time. Whoa.
Just make that easier.
Watch out, everyone. I do not know what I'm doing.
You're doing great.
I was like, is this how everyone finds out I secretly am bad at sewing? Is this video?
Well, you have like 5 people staring at you right now.
I know.
Yeah. Well, we can always whip one that's completed out later, like they do on the shows.
Oh yeah,
The
where it's like
cooking
the
shows.
rest, all the cooking shows that are like lies.
Look, I just made a turkey in 5 minutes.
It's so
Looks
beautiful.
good.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
That's very straight. Good job.
Thanks. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. All right.
Okay, so we'll take it back over so we can have everyone see.
My straight line.
Oh, and if you have people, you have questions you need to address or anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If anyone watching has questions, go for it.
Yeah, we'll take a look. Okay, so now, see, I still have notes. I've made 200 of these bags, and I still have
to, like, look at
notes.
the notes.
Yes. Okay, so now what I do is you want to open up your bag. This is
Okay.
kind of my favorite part because you can look at your
look
pattern
at the
again.
print.
Yeah, so you open it up and just kind of like smooth it out, and then.
Okay.
All right, and then you can just do a couple. Then we're gonna do the same with this side. You're gonna bring it up and just like do the same on this side, and then just clip them all
the way down.
And I don't mean to do this for you. It's just like sometimes it's better to explain with my hands. Okay, there we go. Okay. So you're basically just forming a sandwich again. It's like sandwich and then sandwich. So then you're,
cool.
yeah, there you go. And then just clip all that in place. And then just kind of like, then you have your sandwich again, right? You have your top fabric, your zipper, and your bottom. So you have like a bag sandwich.
Oh, okay.
Now, bring this back over, and we're gonna kind of do what we did before. We're gonna sew all the layers together.
Okay.
And I always say what side to sew it on too, just so it's like, okay. So then you want to sew on your lining side.
Lining side.
And same thing, just sew all your layers together with your zipper.
Gonna need this zipper to cooperate. Okay. All right, peace. Stressful. I like that people are getting a good commentary of me sewing. Oh no! There we go.
It's good. You should have seen my first one. It was like,
I think the stress I'm feeling right now of people watching is
yes,
making it
that's
so I'm like
nice. All right. So do you want to just take a quick break, see if anyone has any questions online?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hi. Was not prepared for that. All right, so if you are just tuning in, we are making a Snagz, which is a reusable snack bag to reduce the amount of plastic currently on our planet, and in lunchboxes.
Yes, for sure.
And this is Julie
Hello,
and Sean,
the cameraman.
the cameraman. Sean is our amazing cameraman.
Camera boy.
Camera boy. So Julie is the founder of Snagz. You started, when exactly did you start?
You know, I mean, the idea started a couple years ago when I started the bags for my son. Oh, look at that hair, sorry. And then I just started kind of really getting out there this year. So we've had really good response. We've sold out our bags, and that's why Toby, I'm so glad she's here to help, and we're going to, start the next set, and, love that we're making the bags to save the environment and using, like we talked about earlier, reusable materials when we can, instead of buying new, using what we have. And Toby's vintage, cute vintage fabric, it's like bringing love again, like we're saying, bringing something old to being new again. Yes. Toby's,
so tell me about, because I just kind of found out you are on Amazon.
Yes, so I have, so we have a website. It's snagzbyjulie.com, and you can link there and you can see, what I'm about, what we're about. We talk about the ways that we reduce waste. We use zero waste in our business, and you can also order bags on Amazon. The next set of bags is, I'm so excited, and we'll show it again before the end, is Toby's cool vintage fabric, and we have a lot of fun stuff on there. We have kids stuff, we have dogs, cats, we have modern fabric, we have, and I can even do custom orders if you're looking for something specific, or even maybe bridal bags, snack bags.
That's a good idea for any girl going on a bridesmaid trip.
Totally, yeah. You can put
anyone currently engaged.
Chocolates in there.
Oh,
right.
All you need.
They're great for pets. I mean, pets. People use them for makeup.
Are they waterproof enough for a bottle of wine?
If it spills, maybe not. But yes, there should be little bottles. Yes. I'll have to test that. I'll be glad to.
We'll test it out. We'll let everyone know.
So it's fun. We make reusable produce bags. And stylish. It's fun to look in your lunch and see cute fabric.
Something cute.
Yeah.
No, I remember that when I was in high school. We didn't have any type of uniforms or anything. But we were still really restricted on what we could wear, so I always expressed myself through my lunchbox. Remember, I had a metal yellow submarine lunchbox, and I wish I had the cool snacks to go inside of it.
That's so great. And and everybody's right there. They can see your
just
bags,
whip it out, and you're these are my snags.
Yeah, and the kids, I make Minecraft bags. I mean, lots of dogs.
Oh, I love it.
My son likes Mario, so.
Someone is asking, what is the website again?
Oh, yes. So it's www.snagz, S-N-A-G-Z, byjulie.com.
Awesome.
Yes. And we'll put that in the notes, too.
Yes.
So snagzbyjulie.com. We're in Colorado, small business, so appreciate the support. And we'll get back to your sewing, so we'll do this bag done, right?
I will just leave everyone wondering what happens after this. I will give this back to our cameraman. Oh, you don't go in your face?
No.
Okay, so, all right. And again, real quick, for those joining, we wanted to show up before and after. This is my son's lunch before Snagz, which is so much plastic for little snacks, and after we got his mountain one, his dog's colorful one, that's mommy's bag, so much better, right? All right, so, and our cameraman's having a snack. Peanut butter and jelly is his favorite.
It's my favorite too.
Yes, it's great.
You can never be too old for peanut butter.
That's what I eat for lunch is peanut butter and jelly crusts, because that's what my son
doesn't eat.
Yeah,
Alex won't eat it.
Yes. All right, so zero waste, right? You got to eat the crust. Okay.
Eat everything.
Yes. All right, so you have this together. Now we're going to turn the bag right side out, because what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch it.
Oh, okay.
So just like, just kind of flip it. You can start to see it come together. Ice cream, Toby's favorite.
So cute.
Okay. Okay, I'm like, I always kind of go on, I don't know if I get ADD or something, but speaking of ice cream, never had a banana split in my whole life.
What?
My whole life.
That's my dad's favorite ice cream.
Really? I want to try that.
It's so good. Breaks my heart.
I know. I'll have to like
So good.
banana split. I'll put it in a Snagz.
We'll go get one after this.
Okay.
Dairy Queen, we're coming.
That sounds good. So then, you can kind of see it coming together. This is my least favorite part, but so just to warn you. But this is where we're gonna just top stitch all this down.
Oh yay!
Okay. So
I can do
open up the zip, and you know, you kind of have to pull. I mean, you can't really iron that fabric. You just got to kind of pull it back.
Yeah.
So grab that.
We got this. This is where everyone
Okay.
truly gets to see the sewing skills.
Right.
Can I make a straight line?
And this is what I do. I'll take this off for you.
Blessings. All right.
And
Just
just take this off too, just because I like that the regular foot to push the fabric back.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So we will use this cut here. Close up on my nails. Okay. Okay. So
Oh, good.
go
Yours is
ahead
one of the
and
easy
just just go ahead and
We got this.
just top stitch it.
How far do you usually top stitch it? Just
Oh,
like.
and you know what? I make it just like a big. Keep it easy. Yeah, that's perfect.
Alrighties. Ooh, you have a fancy foot. It has a
Right,
side
fancy
one.
Foot. I like that. Usually I have dry feet, but. Cha-ching.
This is when we find out about Julie and her feet.
Yes. Nice, nice.
I'm gonna, if you say that. Stressful.
Thanks for sharpening it out, Mark.
All right.
So is this more stressful than you making? Because you were telling me you made this 10 dresses. You were very stressed. It's for a great cause. That
It's-
was really nice.
It's equivalent.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it. I think because at that one, people can't really see the mistakes because they're on a runway versus someone recording you doing it live.
Right. Like, what, 2 feet away?
Yeah.
That makes
I
sense.
would say it's way more than like 2 feet.
Yeah,
Oh no.
What happened?
I feel like it doesn't
Oh,
look
no,
that
it's
good.
good. No,
it's good?
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine. You know what? And what you're
Don't
good.
get too close.
You're
As
good.
long
And then
as
the
you're
other side.
helping the environment, does it matter what it looks like?
To me it does. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that second one's kind of, you have to kind of like, you know, get in the maneuver and.
I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I didn't think this through. Now I see why you go mildly crazy when you're doing this.
Yeah, and the snack bags are they're smaller.
Oh
so
my
they're even
gosh.
more- I have to do those in the morning when I'm feeling fresh. Fresh as a daisy.
We did it.
Yes.
We have completed the worst part.
Yes. You're on the home stretch now. So, oh, here.
You see?
Did you put this in?
I don't even know. This actually happens when I'm sewing by myself too. I just randomly lose them. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Can't be too harsh. This is my first time.
I think it looks good.
Okay.
Yes. And you have the green. I love it. It's cool.
Welcome to the snacks.
Okay,
That's
so
great.
now we'll go back over. And
The This is making me really want ice cream.
I know, right? We're gonna have baby Groot watch.
Aww.
Really cute. Look, the cameraman ate half of the sandwich. Oh, and it's it. Oh yeah, this is the one sample. I do not use Ziploc. This was in the sample. He ate the sample food.
Tasted like a sample.
Yeah. Okay, so now you turn it back inside out because we're going to, I'll show you on this. We're going to make like
Nope.
this top part here.
Oh,
We're going to
cool.
turn it
Okay.
inside out.
Like this.
Yeah. And, okay, so this is where, I'm going to make sure, hold on.
This is where you get
This
stressed
is where you
out.
have to you have to check the pattern to make sure like where you want to open it.
It's like
So
the
you
same.
want this side.
Okay.
So you're kind of just gonna mold it how it's gonna look. So just kind of pinch it up, and then we're gonna measure from here to here for the top piece.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna use this little hem ruler. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I mean, I measured
what
it like 1.5 inches,
Okay.
maybe a little less. So from measure it there, and then just pin these together where you have it where you want it.
Okay. Ooh, we got excited. The stress. Okay.
I'm like breathing on you.
The breathing's not even as bad. It's the billions of people watching.
It's tens of thousands.
Right.
Tens of thousands.
Yes, tens
We've
of
gone
thousands.
viral.
Right.
Okay.
Perfect. And then sometimes I put a middle one in just because I kind of go a little crooked.
Okay.
So now, just kind of want to make sure everything's lined up. Sometimes it'll just looks good. You just kind of like pin the bottom if you want. Now, we're going to sew down the side all the way through everything. So we're just going to sew down this one side. We don't have to worry about this junk yet.
Yeah.
So just sew down.
Okay.
And then we'll come back. Okay.
Do you usually do just like a normal 1/2 inch?
Yes, that works.
Where's your 1/2 inch mark?
Toby, 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 Toby.
Oh, okay. I got excited.
Yeah, that lining can be a little slick sometimes.
Oh my gosh, all the strings ever. You want a neat snag bag. All right.
Okay, we'll go back over and you are on the home stretch. Woo. Okay.
All right.
Okay, so now this is the part where we go
When it
ahead
gets
and
crazy.
flip this over. It gets crazy now because you have to like push that zipper. It really does. No. Okay, so you turn it over and we did that. Let me check my notes here. Okay, so you want to open up the zipper a little so we don't sew the zipper shut.
Okay. We have opened the zipper.
Okay. And now this is where it does get a little weird. I'm gonna have this together and we're gonna sew, I'll kind of mark it here. We're gonna sew like down to here.
Okay.
Then you're gonna flip this back and then you're gonna sew on the cotton down.
Okay.
So we'll start there.
What do you mean we'll start there?
We'll start there. I know, scary. This is where all
what'd
the
I sign up
secrets
for?
are, right? You'll get ice cream afterwards. You got pull through it.
I gotta get through it. Okay. And then you gotta line these up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
You know
And
what?
then just stop there.
I made a mistake because I'm just gonna go ahead and grab another clip.
Okay.
I don't trust myself. I sew all right enough to know that I'm gonna clip this closed.
Oh, good idea.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's a great question.
What question?
We'll bring that up. Let me see.
How do you
Let me see
keep
that. 1 second, Toby. I'll answer this. Okay, so we have a really good question. How do you keep the inside of the bags clean and free from mold? So they are, and that's good. We didn't even bring that up yet. Good question. So they are machine washable. So what I do to clean them is you can like wash them out with in your sink. You know, you can take a washcloth. You can use vinegar, dish soap. You know, kind of wash it down. You can. I've had someone put it in the dishwasher. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can machine wash them. So
cool.
you can definitely just throw them in. I throw them in with my clothes. You can definitely, I turn them inside out, and you can definitely wash them and even dry them a little bit. So they're totally clean. Kind of like what I do is I'll wipe them out a couple times, and then by then there's like peanut butter and jelly, like leave-ins. So I'll throw it in the washer and dryer. And
Do you turn it inside out when you wash it?
I do. I mean, you don't have to, but I do just to make sure all the crud gets out.
100%.
Yeah.
Have you ever put it in the dishwasher?
You can. I just don't. The zippers might
Oh,
want them
yeah.
to rust over time. So,
That makes more sense.
yeah. Thank you.
All right. Whoa.
Got a lead foot there, Toby.
Trust in me hardcore with your sewing machine. Okay.
And then go to there and then backstitch there.
Okay. Your machine is not my friend right now.
I feel like machines are like driving someone else's car, right?
It is.
Like have different buttons, different places.
People don't understand that, but it truly is. It can be crazy.
Looks
All right.
good. And then we'll just stay here, and we'll just
Okay.
This is where we're gonna fold this back, and then you're going to
Nice.
like do the same line down
Down it.
this side and then back stitch, because this will make so that there's no like seams on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Great. So just sew the cotton part, back stitch on the bottom.
No! I sincerely apologize. I went through the fabric.
Oh, damn.
I'm the worst.
Nice. Okay.
Everyone.
Okay, so now I just had like a moment there, so then that's perfect. And then, all right, so now we want to keep a gap in here so we can turn it. So all you're gonna do is go to the bottom of this and just do a little bit, just so that we don't have like a weird corner. So just so a little bit, you know, like in line with this right here.
Oh, okay.
And then keep a space as much as you can where the corner, so we can turn it inside out.
What's like the best, like an inch and a half?
So just go like
Even
all the way,
farther.
just so there's space. So just start here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just make it pretty. It just want to make the corner. And then back stitch.
Did an intense amount of stitching.
Okay.
This one's not falling apart today.
Right. I'm gonna put your ice cream in it, Toby.
Yeah. I trust myself now. Okay.
Okay, so now we'll go back to the table. You're pretty much done.
Really?
We're gonna turn it inside out, and it's the moment of truth. See
Yeah,
how
we
everything
find out.
went? Yes.
How this went.
And then, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cut the sides here.
Oh, okay.
And then we're gonna flip it inside out and
Awesome.
okay, so I don't have you pull, so you're gonna pull in pull in the ice cream fabric first and then just kind of maneuver it through.
Pull in the ice cream fabric?
Yeah, just let's see, like go in there and try to, it's like
Oh.
you gotta go through, find it through the zipper. Oh, hold on, I might have to open the zipper a little bit. There we go. Okay.
We got a question. Is there anything you do not recommend putting in these types of bags?
You know, anything that's, I mean, the lining can withstand a little heat. You know, I would say nothing too hot. Or, you know, not like straight liquid. I mean, there's still